Day 9 Word of God. Isaiah chapter 51 verse 11 So the ransomed of the Lord shall return, and come to Zion with singing, with everlasting joy on their heads. They shall obtain joy and gladness, sorrow and sighing shall flee away. Isaiah chapter 51 is a chapter of encouragement and assurance to the people of Israel. It follows themes of redemption, restoration, and the ultimate victory of God's people over their enemies. So the ransomed of the Lord shall return, speaks of God's promise to redeem and restore his people from captivity and exile. The term, ransomed, refers to those whom God has redeemed from bondage, demonstrating his power to save and deliver. And come to Zion with singing, portrays the joyful return of God's people to Jerusalem, Zion, their spiritual and physical homeland. It signifies a triumphant homecoming marked by celebration and worship. With everlasting joy on their heads, describes the enduring nature of the joy that God's redeemed people will experience. It contrasts with temporary happiness by emphasizing that this joy is eternal and comes directly from God. They shall obtain joy and gladness, sorrow and sighing shall flee away. Promises a complete transformation of their sorrowful state into one of perpetual joy and gladness. It foretells the removal of all causes of grief and mourning, replaced by God's abundant blessings and presence. The Israelites' liberation from Egypt and subsequent return from Babylonian exile are examples of God's redemption and restoration. Exodus chapter 15 verse 13. Ezra chapter 1 verse 1-4. Psalms like Psalm chapter 126 celebrate the joyous return of exiles to Zion, expressing gratitude for God's faithfulness and deliverance. For believers today, Isaiah chapter 51 verse 11 serves as a reminder of God's faithfulness to redeem and restore his people. It encourages us to trust in God's promises of ultimate victory over sin, death, and suffering through Jesus Christ. This verse challenges us to anticipate with hope the fulfillment of God's kingdom, where sorrow and mourning will be no more. It invites us to experience and share in the joy of salvation, knowing that God's plan for his people includes eternal joy and gladness in his presence. God bless you and give you grace after grace.